What's going on, everybody? Today I have made a brief video showing you guys how a Santee rig looks underwater on the bottom, all rigged up with some live brim. Now the rig I'm going to be demonstrating with today is how I like to rig up when I am bottom fishing and I'm anchored up. This is not for drift fishing. Obviously there are all kinds of ways you can rig up a Santee rig. This is just how I like to do it. Like I said, when I'm anchored up, I have a pyramid sinker. That one's a 4-ounce. It's followed by a bead, as you can see right there. Then you have your swivel. And then I've got about probably close to 2 feet of line with our float and then a small circle hook right there. Now this is gonna sit on the bottom like so. This float is gonna bring your bait up off the bottom about maybe 18 to 24 inches. And your bait's just gonna sit there like that. Instead of laying down in the weeds or in the mud or maybe getting caught in some rocks or whatever. I really like this method of fishing for catfish. So without further ado, let's get to some sweet underwater footage so you guys can kind of visualize what some live bait's gonna look like down there when you're fishing this type of rig. All right, down goes our brim into the pool. Ignore the algae buildup. I actually haven't put chemicals in the pool for about 6 weeks to this point because I did not want to harm the brim needlessly by him sitting down there breathing in a bunch of chlorine and stuff like that. So hence the algae buildup. But in this instance, I have the brim hooked through the anal fin. And this is one of my preferred methods when I'm fishing with live bait on the bottom and I'm sitting still. You can see it keeps the fish up, keeps him active, sending off those struggling vibes, which is exactly what you want to bring the catfish in or whatever you're fishing for. And that float is doing a really good job of keeping him off the bottom and keeping him in one spot with that 4-ounce sinker. Definitely a preferred method of mine. Give it a shot. This next method, I hooked the fish through the lips. Now this is a preferred method if you're drifting. It makes the fish look a little bit more natural when you're pulling him through the water. But interestingly enough, I should say, when you watch this take place over just a short period of time, the brim actually just starts to give up and it just kind of goes into limp mode. It isn't giving off any more struggling vibes or anything. Definitely would not recommend hooking the fish like that if you're gonna be sitting anchored up. Now I've dropped the fish back down, hooking him through the dorsal fin on the back, and this is probably my most favorite method of actually hooking my live bait. As you can see, like, he's just revived again. He's back up, he's moving through the water column, he's struggling, he's giving off those good struggling vibes for the prey fish to find. And again, this is probably my favorite method to rig this live bait when I'm anchored up. But there you guys go. Hope you guys found this informative, and thanks so much for watching.